Welcome back to the Acoustic Shop channel. This is an unboxing featuring the Hinde mandolin and John Chapman.
What? I was featured?
You're featured, and I'm Jeremy Chapman. Today we're unboxing this beautiful Hinde A-style mandolin. Welcome back, I am Jeremy. Today we're unboxing this Hinde MA6. But before we get into the details of this specific mandolin, in particular, I was going to say particular and specific. I can't say that.
You shouldn't try.
Today we're going to talk about this mandolin, but before we do that, please like us and subscribe. We're going to be doing some speech therapy videos coming up soon.
Those would be really good.
Sally picked up seashells by the seashore.
And while you're at it, if you want to hear the complete song that we just did that little snippet of, that'll be on another video, which was the Foggy Mountain Special. Had a little bit of fun, did all kinds of crazy
down below
stuff.
In the comments.
It is.
We also have tone samples at the end of this video where you don't have to listen to me stutter.
That's right.
Just go straight to the tone. But before we do that, this is another beautiful Hinde. We've been carrying these about a year and a half. They came mid-pandemic in 2020. We got a delivery of these, and then we've been selling through a number of them.
I actually think, I just got to realizing this while we're sitting here, we actually got our first mandolin the day we moved into the building that houses this brand new studio. We were actually, I unboxed them in here in just, it was a blank living room, and that was our first Hinde mandolin.
In the shop that had the ceiling was torn out and stuff was everywhere.
It sure was.
Beautiful instruments showed up, and then this one came in not too long ago, and actually, coincidentally, I just sold this mandolin.
What?
Moments before we started filming
What?
this. So this particular one's gone, but it gives you an idea of Steven's great workmanship, the tone he's able to get out of these instruments, and some of the highlights of the way he builds them. This is obviously an A-style mandolin. If any of you are unfamiliar with the difference between an F and an A, we did a video on that as well. You can watch
check that out.
But this is the A-style mandolin. Great tone on this. A-style with the F holes. Steven built Adirondack spruce top, maple back and sides on this. Radius fretboard.
It is.
Which I am a big fan of. Some people are still more traditional, like the flat fretboard. I've become really accustomed to
I'd say most
radius.
modern players nowadays have actually decided to go with that. I was actually having this discussion with a mandolin player who came into the shop, and he's like, I was just one of those, whatever, and then I owned one with the radius. He says, I will never go back.
I think it was, maybe Gibson has kind of held out on the flat fretboards. The majority of their instruments are all flat fretboards, and then they have a few models that do have the radius. So Gibson players are used to that flat fretboard. I am really a fan of this. This one also has Evo fret wire, which we've talked about in the past, is Evo. They are pretty much indestructible. I've had some on my Gibson Sandbush mandolin for 13 years, and they hardly show anywhere at all.
I would say, I think crazy. I did mine not long before that, and yeah, it's ridiculous.
So the Evo fret wire, which is going to give you a very long life on the frets. We also got the shallower tuners on this, which I'm actually really liking. This is the first set I've tried on a mandolin. Very
this is
smooth.
A grand tune.
Yes, they're very pretty. Look at all those teeth in that. It helps you get nice and fine tuned. I think all those extra teeth.
Yeah.
So very nice tuners. It's got the James tailpiece. We've talked about this before. Just a work of art, and when you click it, it just has this
satisfying.
Very satisfying feel to it. Also cuts down on some of the overtones on the back. Those strings are pretty much muted already, built into the tailpiece. Also has a custom bone insert that Hinde has been putting on all his mandolins, kind of one of his own design things. So we got a bone insert underneath the
I would assume
ebony.
It gives it a little bit more sustain, maybe a little bit
density.
more brightness, I would assume. Don't know. But I've also noticed by looking at that, I think that's a little bit deeper body than a standard. It sure looks that way to me. So it's not listed in the specs, but I would say this is a deeper bodied mandolin.
It might help with some of the deep woody tone that we're getting out of it. Also, it is a hand rub oil based varnish on these. So really gives that kind of traditional early Gibson feel to it. I think that thinner finish, I hear a tonal difference. I know it's like microns we're talking compared to like a nitrocellulose finish, but that hand rub varnish I think looks really attractive. It
is a softer finish than lacquer is, so it definitely lets it breathe a little bit more. I wouldn't say it's quite as protective as lacquer, but it definitely is a more protective finish than like a satin or something of that sort of nature finish. It does have some thickness to it, so it does give some protection, but lets it wood breathe a little bit more.
Which I think that's been like the traditional way to do violins for hundreds of years. It's still, I guess unless you're getting like a really cheap student level one, they're still doing a varnish finish on most of those. So it's that traditional letting the wood really vibrate and resonate. And I'm a big fan of it. So that's most of the features of this mandolin. Very big fans of Steven's work. We've had, I think, probably about 8 of them come through the shop already. So pretty quickly moving through the shop.
We'll be seeing more of them too. I know I talked recently with him, and he has got more mandolins in build stage, as well as some that are getting ready to come down here. So be on the lookout for more mandolins besides this one. This one though comes with Jeremy's world famous fingerprints all over it.
But unfortunately, it's already sold. So that goes to the guy that bought it this morning, and I hope he really enjoys it. He's watching the video. Also, we didn't mention a really cool, I think, little addition, the pearl inlaid truss rod cover. That's just kind of a nice extra to make it look a little bit more hand custom built.
Yep.
Great instrument. Let's give a listen to the tone. Those people have been waiting through the entire video and didn't skip ahead. Thank you. Here's the tone sample. Hey, thanks for watching that video that we just did. I'm going to make this universal so we're going to use it on all the videos.
Good
I
plan.
hope you enjoyed that thing that I said. And if you'd like to see more things like that, then subscribe down below where it says subscribe. You'll be notified anytime we do another video.
And while you're at it, make sure to check out our website, theacousticshop.com. We have free shipping on most products and one of the best return policies in the country.
We know what it's like to buy an instrument online. You never know what you're going to get. When you get it, if you're not happy with it, send it back to us. We're not going to be mad at you.
No.
We'll be a little disappointed in you, but no. We want you to find the right instrument, and there's no way to know until you try it. So we encourage you to try it out, play it, and then if it's not the right fit, we'll find the one that is.
There we go.
Also, be sure to comment down below. We love to interact with you guys. It's not a one-way street here.
No.
You get to say things, we get to say things back to you. If we say mean things, we're going to say mean things back. So.
We may or may not do that. Anyway, we thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.